Okay, this is a short introduction to updating the Affordable Housing Company website. In this first video, we'll look at website structure and terminology. All of this information is included in your notes as well, so you can use written notes, or you can use these video clips, just depending on what works better for you. So the Affordable Housing Company website can be accessed in two ways. You can either type in www.affordablehousingcompany.com.au or www.caahc.org.au. So both web addresses are correct and both take you to the same location. So the terminology, we're starting from the top of the page. There's the header, there's a search bar. Across here we have the menu or navigation bar. These are drop downs. Below the drop downs is a slider. This slider can be edited and you can change which images appear. At the moment there's three main images that appear through here. Below the slider we have three feature stories. These can also be changed. You can use different pages in the website to be featured below the slider. When you want to make changes or edit the website, down the bottom left hand corner there's an administration login. So we click on that link. It takes you to the admin login. You should be given an administration login. It's important not to use one that's been given to someone else, because different people will have different levels of access to the administration area. So it's important just to use your own login for this. So we're going to use an editor login. An editor is able to make changes to the content and the images in the website, but they're not able to change things like the menu structure and the overall look and the fonts and that sort of thing. So start with staff as the username, and then the password. Don't share your password with other people. Also, don't use the remember me. Make sure that you don't use anything that will keep the password recorded on your computer, because if somebody else happens to use your computer at another time, they could accidentally or purposely log into the back end of the site and make changes that would be very difficult to repair. So please make sure that you keep your password private and that you don't have it remembered anywhere on your computer. So now we click on login. This takes you into the administration area. It will look different for different levels. An editor will have this set of options along the left hand side. So you have Jetpack, which basically takes you into the website statistics. So you can have a look at what pages people have been looking at on the website, how many visitors, so it shows on here how many views you've had each day. Also, there's 4 sets of information down below the graph. First thing is referrers, so that basically means how the person actually arrived at your website. So if they came from a search engine, or they clicked on a link on another website, then it'll have the web address there of what they clicked on to get to your site. Below that is search engine terms. If they've come by search engine, then it'll show you what they've actually typed into the search engine to find your website. Posts and pages, that shows what pages were visited on the website and also how many times they were looked at. So it gives you a good idea of where people's interest is when they come to the website. Clicks, that means links on your website that people have clicked on, so you can have a look and have an idea of what people found interesting and where they went after they left your website. Okay, so the most important thing for you to know is how to actually make changes to a web page. So this is the actual bare bones of how to do it, the absolute basics. Once you're logged in, there's this grey bar appears at the top of your page. Now when I go to have a look at the website, so I'll open a new tab and go to Affordable Housing website, you see that what's changed because I'm logged in is that at the top of the screen we have options here, and those options will change depending on where you are and what you can actually do. So what we're going to focus on is the page, the Who We Are page, and you'll notice that there's Edit This Page now appears below the text of the page, and also at the top of the screen you have Edit Page. They both do exactly the same thing, so it just depends on which you prefer to click on. They're both going to take you to the same spot. So we click on Edit This Page, and you'll notice that earlier I'd actually gone in and added 2 full stops after the word homeless. So let's just remove one of those full stops. So I just hit a backspace, and then I use the update button on the right hand side, click update, wait until the screen refreshes. Okay, so now it's updated, and I'll click on View Page, and that will take me back to the page on the website, and you'll see that now that gone from having 2 full stops after the word homeless to having 1 full stop. So we've actually edited the page. It's that quick and easy if you want to change text on a particular page. So let's just go back to the editing screen and just review the terminology. Okay, so what we have here is there's page title, which you wouldn't change unless you were creating a new page, because it needs to stay. If you did make a change to that, you could affect the actual menu system, and as an editor you don't have access to the menu system, so you could actually make the page not appear on the website anymore. So you don't need to change the title of the page, just leave that. Across here we have the formatting bar. So this bar is how you format text. So you can see pretty familiar things if you use to your Word and things like that, bold, italics. Now you see this kitchen sink. If I click that, then I get all of the options that are available to me. So you've got different font colours and underline and justification. You have a set of already defined fonts. You don't have very many choices, but it's been done so that it's all consistent. So if you just use those, the site will stay consistent. This area here is the text editing area, and this update button over here is where you save your changes that you've actually done. So there's formatting. Now when you want to add an image to a page, there's a lot of different things to take into account, so there's a more in-depth chapter about that, but the most basic thing to do is to click on the Add Media icon, which appears just above the text formatting area. So if we click on Add Media, there's several different options for how you can actually add an image. You can choose from your computer, so if you click on Select Files, you can find an image on your computer. Okay. You select the image, you click Open, and the image will be downloaded. You need to take the final step, which is down the bottom. It says insert into post. You have several options here which we will go through later, but that's the most basic. If you weren't going to pull an image off your computer, you have the option of, if you know the web address of a particular image, you can add the web address in. Gallery is images that have already been uploaded for this particular page, so you could use one of those. Select the image, insert into post, or you can go to the media library, and the media library is all of the images that have been used throughout the site. So you can see there's quite a lot of pages of images. It's important that you've labelled your images properly, because then you can use the search media to find the particular image that you're looking for. And obviously, okay, so Carly, I didn't spell her name right. So these are the images that have got Carly in them. You can select that one and insert into post. So the image that we uploaded, you have the option of left, right, or centre aligning it. You have a few size options. You click on insert into post and you see the image appears straight away on the page. If I was going to keep that on the page, I would then just click update and it would be there. There's lots of considerations that you need to take into account for images, so please read the section or listen to the video clip about optimizing images for the web. And that's all for the introduction.